Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the top 10 most valuable units on global right now, and this is May 2023. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So what do I mean by most valuable? This isn't like a tier list or like what's the best unit. For me, these 10 units is the units that you're looking for to complete a team that's going to make that team so much better. It's going to lead a team. It's going to be very important. Their leader skill, their categories, how many categories it's on, how many teams that can actually help, things of that nature. And of course, the passive skill, how good the unit actually is. So it's a variety of different things and just a subjective list here of my top 10, in my opinion, most valuable units on global right now in May 2023, basically right after or during Golden Week. So let's go ahead and start with an honorable mention. Most of these units that I'm going to be talking about are Dokkan Festival exclusives or LRs. All right, so Dokkan Festival exclusives, TUR, and a multitude of different types of LRs. But this unit here coming in an honorable mention, and I probably even could have put it into the top 10 because I would say everyone uses this unit if the unit is possible and you're able to run on that particular team, and that is STR Piccolo, right? So Piccolo here is a non-Dokkan Festival exclusive. It is a banner unit. It is a unit that you can pick up on any banner now these days, but he is still so much better than so many other non-featured non-banner units, and he just runs incredibly well. He's on a handful of teams, more so than like a Yajirobe. I could probably put on this as well, but Yajirobe is so limited on his ability to be on multiple teams, whereas Piccolo has a lot more options. And again, he guards, he supports defensively, he buffs attack if you're fighting an extreme class unit, and again, if you're doing endgame content, for example like a red zone, he's gonna be a super valuable unit all the way through. So that's the reason why I did put him as an honorable mention as a most valuable unit MVP on global. Let's go ahead and move on to the number 10 spot here. And in my opinion, the number 10 spot for most valuable unit on global right now is the Carnival Goku, right? So Carnival Goku came out and really knocks the socks off of all of us because of his revival skill, his lead, even his leader ability. Powerful Comeback is a great team and he's running at a 200%. However, his biggest problem is once he revives, he can't, the other Goku, if you're going to be running on the same team here, can't revive afterwards. So there's some limitation when it comes to it. So he's probably better on other teams, and guess what, he's on a lot of categories, which of course is a criteria here for most valuable. So I think Carnival Goku, I would say a lot of people have to agree that this is a very valuable unit. If you have them, he's going to be running on multiple different teams. He's fantastic as a floater slot, he's fantastic as first position, second position. So a very good unit and very valuable for a lot of different gameplay, right? Different types of gameplay. So let's go ahead and move on to the number 9 spot, and you would think that this would be a lot higher, but I'll tell you, in my opinion, the deficiencies of this is the yellow coin LR Bulma that just came out. An incredible unit, passive skill wise, one of the best in the game. However, the limitations, it's a 150 lead. Right now we're in a 200% meta, and the leader skill in of itself isn't all that great, and you can still run if you're running 2 of them, and because of the passive ability to go ahead and buff allies, this does give some additional advantage to run this as a leader, but still not at a 200%. And the biggest issue, of course, it's on a very minimal amount of categories. And however, if you're able to run this unit on a particular category, it is a fantastic, I believe it's on like 7 categories, which is very low, but the passive is so good. I did have to put him on the MVP list because she is going to be your absolute MVP passive wise when you can run it on a particular team. Just you can't do it on a lot of teams. So coming in at number 8, I ended up saying kind of the difference between like a Bulma would be the other side of the limitation of categories is seemingly the unit that's on every single category. Well, it's not, since we have over 80 categories. but this unit's on like 21, 22 categories, and that is the Easy A LR Gohan, a very old unit that ended up getting this Easy A that made this unit incredibly strong. It can run a 180% Kamehameha team, and when you're thinking about Kamehameha, it's on that's a lot of different amazing units, and you actually can run a viable Kamehameha team. And of course, this being on 21, 22 categories is just absolutely amazing at this point in time. So very valuable because of the versatility. Now, which passive is better? Yeah, Bulma's passive is better, but again, the versatility and the flexibility of the unit in of itself, for Gohan, move that unit a little bit higher than the Bulma here. So go ahead, and moving into the number 7 spot is Kid Goku. Kid Physical Goku, Dokkan Festival exclusive here, is so good. Anytime you're running him on a particular team, especially his own team, he just shines, and it's an incredible. He's on like 12 different categories, so you're able to run him on multiple different slots. He can still be he's an orb changer. He's able to just help you a multitude of different ways, and he can just do damage, tank, do multiple different things. And the value for this unit, I think, is still incredibly high. And he links up well with like particular high-end units that we'll talk about that just supports that unit extremely well. So coming in number 7 is Physical Kid Goku. Let's go ahead and move in number 6. Number 6 is another brand new unit here. And that's not surprise. I didn't put him in the top 5, and I would say a lot of people would argue this would be in the top 5 because of the strength, the sheer strength of this unit here. And you're looking at Piccolo Jr. Now, the reason why I don't have Piccolo Jr. As like on the top 5 is because the team that he runs. So for example, like a Kid Goku, that Youth and Dragon Ball Saga team is incredibly good, but when you're looking at Gifted Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors, and Giant form, yes, you can run like a Namekian team, and even a Terrifying Conquerors with like a Wicked Bloodline, or a Frieza type team for Gifted Warriors. It's just the team that you're able to run isn't as fluid as some of these other teams that we talk about here. And yeah, he's on a decent amount of categories. What is he on? Like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Like, he's on the same amount as Kid Goku. I think that leader skill deficiency for him, I think, just makes him a little bit weaker than the other 5 that we're going to be talking about. So, but in of itself, he's your king of Super Battle Roads and Extreme Super Battle Roads. He can even run World Tournament, which I know a lot of people don't care about anymore these days. But stuff like that he's just very versatile, right? So coming in number 6, into Dokkan Festival exclusive Piccolo, I would say some of you guys might even move him up higher when it comes to the level of value there. So being that Piccolo Jr. is the number 6 spot, there's no surprise that the number 5 spot then goes to World Tournament Goku. Here's where I don't say very similar, right? I would say Piccolo's overall passive and effectiveness is slightly better, but the leader skill of Goku is so much better. Earthbred Fighters is up there with your Pure Saiyans, with your what am I talking about? The bond of parent and child, right? Those types of categories, and the leader skill here, Goku is just tremendous. Not, of course, being a very good unit in of itself. So and being a Goku, he can be on a multiple different teams. He's on a ton of different categories. The biggest issue with him is he just doesn't link very well with a lot of other units, but in of itself, he's self-sustaining and just a super powerful leader. And Earthbred Warriors is a very good team. Coming in at number 4. Number 4 then goes to... Oh, what happened? This should be number 4 here. There we go. Coming in at number 4 here is going to be the Physical Dokkan Festival exclusive Gaku. Now, of course, Gaku isn't as good the passive skill wise as the World Tournament Goku or the Piccolo Jr. However, his leader skill is crazy good in Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans. Yes, you're not going to get a lot of 200%, but you can still run a multitude of different units within that team. Kind of same thing for the Goku and the Piccolo, right? World Tournament is very limited on 200%, and the Battle of Fate is a little bit limited as well. But not only that, this unit is on a ton of different categories as well, much like a Gohan, being on so many different categories. I think he's on like on 17 or something like that, 16, 17 categories. He's just very, very useful. He can slot in on really in any position, and also is an amazing leader running that Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans team, which is just a crazy, crazy leader skill. So that's why I have him at the number 4. If you were to start the game, right, think about this. Another way of thinking about this, if you were to start the game, right, the leader skill that you probably want would be the Gaku leader skill, right? Just because it's super versatile, and the units that you're going to be picking up, you can go ahead and slot them on that team very easily. So coming in at number 3 is, for me, LRGG. LRGG is still a top tier LR, one of the best units currently on global right now, because of course we don't have the 8-year anniversary units yet. But as of right now, you have the first position all locked up. We mentioned a fantastic leader skill in Bond of Parent and Child. He's on several categories as well, maybe not as robust as some of these other units here, but when you have this unit in of itself, again, you're going to be able to build a very, very strong team around it, and you have that that important slot 1 all taken care of, and you're going to have no issues, probably except for like running Red Zone Shenron. But besides that, everything else is going to be fairly easy, having LRGG on your team here. So that's why I have them at number 3, being just an overall strong unit, having on multiple categories, and being an incredible leader. So final two here might surprise you on these two here, but I think they just really overpowered these units when they released these units, and especially on global right now, since we're not at the 8-year anniversary, they are still the cream of the crop. They are the top at this point in time. So coming in at number 2, kind of probably a surprise for a lot of individuals. In my opinion, the second most valuable unit in global right now is Gamma 1. Now, not taking away anything from Gamma 2, but Gamma 1, again, does so many different things. He is a great leader for Movie Heroes, and Movie Heroes got such an incredible buff in 2022. Like, every single good unit was like on Movie Heroes, and he can run an incredible team. Not only that, he is an incredible support unit. Once he gets built up, he can tank pretty much everything. He can do a lot of damage. Just, again, overall fantastic unit. And when it comes to value, it just seems that, if you have this unit, you're slotting it immediately on the team that you're running. And I think it is the cream of the crop when it comes to Dokkan Festival exclusive TURs. That's really right now. I think it's more valuable than the Goku. I think it's more valuable than Piccolo Jr. and the Gaku right here, just because of how it's currently set up with Movie Heroes still being a very top tier team. Again, World Tournament came out really strong here, but I would say kind of the remaining year, the remaining time frame on here, you're gonna see probably even some more Movie Heroes, or maybe some Artificial Life Forms, because that's a secondary leader skill there that might pop up. So I have Gamma 1 as the second most valuable unit on global at this point in time, which leaves really the only one, and there's no doubt about it, the most valuable unit on global right now, pre 8-year anniversary, is LROP, right? LROP, Orange Piccolo, without a doubt, is the most valuable. You start the game with Orange Piccolo, and you can finish a majority of content and do it fairly easily, right? It's a broken unit with this transformation. Again, you just do a lot of different things. Here's the thing: you add the number 1, the number 6, and the honorable mention together on one team, you got yourself a top tier team with just 3 units, right? So given that, I think Orange Piccolo, again, there's probably not much argument there, right? It's pretty easy to put Orange Piccolo in the number 1 slot and everyone else kind of below. But I would say probably the biggest surprise is going to be like, the number 2 with Gamma 1, things of that nature. Again, the versatility of that unit is tremendous, being that it is a support unit along with an incredible leader as well. So tell me what you guys think? I gave this list some thought here. I was careful about, okay, where do I slot here? Where do I lean more toward here? But I think this is a very good list overall with the criteria that I'm talking about. Again, this is not a best or tier list, like what's the best unit, right? LRP is going to be the best unit, right? But I would say, with the versatility and the necessity and how how this unit's able to help you overall, again, that's where that MVP comes from. And we talk about MVPs in sports, and it is very, very subjective, right? You cast your vote for this and for that, and this is where how I cast my vote when it comes to the overall value with these particular units. So anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How would you rank it? Give me your top 10 ranking in the comment section. Love to hear from it, love to see it. And if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we'll catch you next time. Later.